All right, we are back with another episode of It's That Easy coming to you on a Wednesday night. Hope everyone's having a great week so far. You only got a couple more days, we're halfway there. Hope you're getting to watch some baseball. There's soccer going on, day 2 of the NBA draft. We got a lot of things happening right now. So if you're watching, please like the video. And if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, go ahead and turn on notifications. That way, every time I put out a new video, you get notified. So let's talk about the day in sports today, and then we will get into the picks for tomorrow's baseball games, and maybe even talk some soccer picks. So, uh, unfortunately, well, I think I reversed my reverse psychology because I did pick the Rangers today, and they did not do so well. So, bummer to see them do that. DeGrom was pitching. I thought for sure he would keep him down, or at least keep us in the game. I guess 4-2 is not bad, but yeah, that was a tough one there. Brewers are hanging in there, 6-5 over the Reds. Pretty sure I picked the Brewers there. Dodgers hanging in there as well over the Twins, top of the ninth inning. Diamondbacks putting a beating on the Cardinals. Good pick for the Diamondbacks there. Not a good pick here. I'm getting really upset with the Braves. Those guys, they're just getting on my last nerve here. I want to pick them because they're one of the top teams, or at least the top record. Yeah, don't do it. Don't fall for that. They couldn't score a run the other day. They lost 1-0. I think they won. Did they win last night? I don't think they did. That was like 6-5, and then they're losing again, 3-0. So boo. A's and the Giants are kicking off. It's a West Coast game, so yeah, they'll always start late for you. But let's see some finals here. Cubs, I knew it. So I told you, stop hanging with the Mets. Cubs are the team, at least against the Mets they are. I think they actually played a doubleheader and they beat them twice. So that's kind of embarrassing. But it's the Mets, so what do you expect? Guardians going into extra innings to beat the White Sox. Actually, that was good for them because the White Sox had their number for a little bit. Rockies, look at that. I'm pretty sure I picked the Red Sox a couple of days ago, and the Rockies were beating them. Then I said, okay, you know what? Let's go Red Sox. Of course, the Rockies win today. They're like, well, I mean, they actually have the same record. Wow, I didn't even realize that. So, makes sense there. Angels hang on to beat the Orioles in extra innings as well. Oh, I'm watching here. Mexico just scored a goal to go up 1-0. Thank goodness, because I have a prediction on the Mexico game, and it's for them to win. So, let's see. Rays finally. Royals are beating them 2 days in a row. I said, you know what? I'm on the Royals bandwagon. Guess what? Should have been on the Rays bandwagon. Yankees beat the Tigers. I was going Tigers as well. Looky there. Pirates. Wow. That is a beat down there. Pirates have been struggling, but for them to score 11-1, but that means they probably won't score a lot of runs for the next 3 or 4 games. So we'll see how that goes. Phillies come back to beat the Nationals. They're quietly becoming one of the top teams in the National League after a really, really bad slow start. So look at the Astros going to Toronto, putting a beating on them. I hope that's a sign of things to come because now the Rangers go to Toronto starting tomorrow. So maybe Toronto's a good place for Texas teams to play. And see, there's the first or game 2 of the doubleheader. So we saw game 1. The Cubs beat them game 2 as well. Yeah. They scored 10 and 10 runs. Yeah, the Cubs scored 20 runs today on the Mets. Yeah, don't ever pick the Mets. You know what I mean. So that's some baseball for today. Those are some good picks there. I mean, I'm sorry, some good games going on. You just can't tell who's going to win. I do talk about streaks. I said, you know what? If a team's on a streak, we stick with that streak. They're winning, we go with that team to win the next one. They're losing, they're probably going to lose. No, you know what? This is what I'm figuring out. Every day is a different day. You could have a 10-game winning streak, and then the 11th day, it's a totally different day. It may not always count on what you've been doing the last 10 days. We kind of probably got to get away from the streaks, but I love streaks. So, yeah, that's something I got to get in touch with there. Let's see. FIFA, the World Cup, they had 8 games. Let's see, 8 games, 6 games today. 6 games going on today. They usually have 4, so they doubled it up today. Or, they had 3 and then they put 3 more. on at the same time. Right, 2, 4. So yeah. So earlier today, Bosnia solidified their going to the second round, and guess who Bosnia gets to play? USA, USA. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. I actually have a friend from Bosnia, so it's gonna be really cool to have a nice, friendly match. Maybe we put a little wager up there. Sorry, a prediction up there about the Bosnia USA game. But he actually already told me that USA is gonna kill him, which I think he's trying to use reverse psychology. That's what I would do. Okay, this is, well, I mean, I should have known. I thought Canada and Switzerland would go to a tie. No, Switzerland beat them up. I should have known Canada was not going to win. They both move on, but you know what? Canada will probably be one and done, depending on who they play. Too bad they're not playing Bosnia, because I'd root for Bosnia to beat those guys. Morocco. I actually had a nice little prediction of Morocco minus 1.5, which means they got to win by 2 goals or more. It was 2-2, quite a ways into the second half, and then Morocco scored. Then they had I think they're up 3-2. Haiti thinks the ball is going out of bounds. Somehow, I don't really know. I didn't see it in slow motion. It gets saved. Nobody's prepared. The guy from Morocco kicks it to the middle. Here comes a striker here. Boom. Goal. 4-2. Cha-ching. And then Brazil, yeah, they lit it up against Scotland. I actually thought that would be more competitive, and I'm pretty sure Brazil scored like 6 minutes into the game and never looked back. Did see that Neymar came into the game with about 5 minutes left. I don't know if that means they're prepping him to use him for later, or they just wanted to, give him a little brief appearance in the World Cup so they can say he's been in consecutive World Cups. So who knows there. And then Mexico just scored. They go up 1-0. I may have had a little prediction on Mexico as well, winning the game today. And that's pronounced Czechia. I don't remember. Somebody told me that, and I don't remember now. And then also had a prediction on South Korea to beat South Africa. And that one's a tie right now. So we'll see how that goes. The Korean team has been really good. It's been kind of fun watching them. They give you like 110%. So we'll see how that goes. So let's look at real quick at what's happening tomorrow. More World Cup games tomorrow. Curacao and Ivory Coast. It looks like Ivory Coast is going to go on to the next round. I think they, to be on the safe side, they just need to win this game, beat Curacao, move on to the next round. Oh, look, Mexico scored again, 2-0. Imagine that. Yay! Ecuador and Germany. Should be a no-brainer there. But here's the thing, like Germany, they're already going to the next round. They don't even have to play their starters. Who knows what they're going to end up doing? So it may not be a legit game, but if Ecuador's like, yeah, we're done, maybe they just throw in the towel and Germany will beat up on them. I will have a little prediction on Germany as well, because one thing I like to do when you do just the regular them to win, sometimes, at least I've noticed in these soccer games, it's such a high margin there that you can't really make any money off of that. So you've either got to pick the over-under in goals, or you got to pick how many goals you think they're going to win by. Like, I would think Germany probably win by minus 1.5, which means 2 goals or more. That would be my pick there. The over-under is 2.5. I think Germany could score 3 on their own. So we'll see about that. Japan and Sweden should be really, really good game. Japan's actually the favorite there. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. And also 2.5. I bet you that's a good one to pick, because I could see a good, like a 2-1 game. I don't think there's a shutout. You got some shutouts today, like you saw Brazil shut them out. But you saw Canada and Switzerland. They, back and forth, didn't score. Then all of a sudden they score, and it's a 2-1 game. They go over the 2.5 goals. Netherlands should take care of Tunisia. Actually, I think they're going to want to. So this, look, over under 3.5. See how Netherlands is a minus 1,000? Yeah, you're not going to make a lot of money doing that. Now, if you pick them to, let's say you pick them to win by 2 goals or more, that would be a pretty good pick there. And that probably, makes some even money there. Australia, Paraguay, that should be interesting. I actually look at those. I seen them both play because they're in the same bracket or same group as the U.S. I saw Turkey play Paraguay. I didn't see Australia shut out Turkey, but both of those guys beat Turkey. So my guess on that one would be a draw. Paraguay is a slight favorite, but they're both pluses, which means they don't have a clue. I'd look at a draw on that one because here's what I heard this or read this stat, and I had two people tell me about it too. If you had picked a draw and bet on a draw for every group stage match up until today, yeah, you'd be, I think, in the thousands ahead, like a couple $1,000s ahead in your bet. So that's pretty good. I think with $100 bets, yeah, gotta be $100 bets. But basically, you're ahead because there have been a ton of draws. Some we didn't even expect, so those really paid off. Like the Brazil one, like the Spain one as well. So, yeah, those really paid off there. And then, obviously, we end the night tomorrow night with United States and Turkey. I forget how they pronounce it. It's not Turkey anymore. So, but U.S. should win that game tomorrow. Should have a nice little prediction on that one as well. But I don't know how long the starters will play in that game because Turkey has no chance, and the U.S. is already going through as a number one, as a top seed from their group. So we'll see how that goes. But I still think regardless, I think you always want to go into that stage, the knockout stage, on a win. So nobody wants to be like, we don't have to win this game. Well, let's lose and then take that bad mojo into the next round. So look to see United States win tomorrow. Could be a 2-0 game. I think Turkey's been shut out both their previous games, so could continue that. So the draft went on, NBA draft. We saw day 1 yesterday. Day 2 is today. And I think they only have 2 rounds, which is amazing to me because I didn't realize that. Let's see. Did the Mavericks pick? The Mavericks. Did we trade our pick? Oh, there we go. Toby Lowell from Virginia Tech. Yeah, so we had 3 picks. And I don't know the kid that we picked in the first round. Or sorry, the first pick. I mean, I didn't see Michigan play a whole lot. He's a kid from Michigan. Big guy, 6'9", pretty good guy there. I thought we had picked a guy from Spain, I think it was, but I guess we traded him for a forward from Arizona, which I kind of like this guy. I did see Arizona play multiple times because they were Big 12, and then I saw him play in the tournament. This kid is pretty good. So hopefully that continues. Hopefully, you don't want to be maxed out like, oh, I maxed my potential in college, so and then you're not a great pro. But I'm sure like young guy, probably gonna be a great pro. And then to add this other kid to our team, pretty good, Cooper Flag. We also still have some young talent, and who knows, maybe they go out and get somebody else. Kyrie Irving will be back next season. So yeah, it's gonna be looking up next year. Probably not finals looking up, but you know what? We're taking steps in the right direction. So that's some of the sports that's going on, or just some of the news and stuff that's going on. But let's get into the picks for baseball. And here's one thing I will say: I'm going to try and timestamp this so that if you want to listen to about soccer, you can click on the timestamp. It takes you right there. If you want to go straight to the picks, you just click on the picks or click on that timestamp. It'll take you straight to the picks. So I'll try and remember to do that. But I need to do that going forward because I want to give you multiple, different events and just all kinds of whatever's going on in the sporting world for that day. So let's jump into it. Like I told you, the Rangers are traveling to Toronto. Rangers are pitching Gore tomorrow, 4.07 ERA. His last 2 starts were not too bad. 6 innings, 1 run, 7 innings, 4 runs. I'm trying to use this as a positive here to get me. They've lost, but they lost his last 2 games, which is not good. I think our bullpen struggles a little bit, and we also don't score a ton of runs. I think that's our biggest problem when we lose. It's not that we just get outscored, it's that we don't score anything, like 1 run or something like that. So Let's see. They've lost 3 of his last 4 games. He lost to, or the Rangers lost when he pitched to the San Diego Padres, Minnesota, and St. Louis. And now we've lost 2 in a row. You know what? I feel bad that I'm gonna pick the Rangers here, but you know what? I do think they can go to Toronto because Toronto's pitching Gossman, 4.04 ERA, same kind of ERA. His last start was a 2 inning, 7-run game, so you can get to him if your bats can show up, which I hope that happens. He's actually given up 17 runs in his last 5 games. So, which opposed to Gore, who's only given up 11 runs in his last 5 games. So, that means we can put runs on him. They've won 3 of their last 5 games, but they've lost 1 in a row. And actually, did we say they lost right now? They were losing. Yeah, they lost to the Astros. So, for that reason, and so the scoring that I do to determine like which team I'm going to pick is super close. It's practically even. So I'm going to go Rangers tomorrow, only because they have the better pitcher, more recent, right? So, and he gives up less runs. So let's see how that goes there. Royals and the Rays. So the Royals have been beaten up on Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay did win today. Up to that point, the Royals have won 2 in a row, 2 of the games against Tampa Bay. Royals are pitching Lugo tomorrow, 3.69 ERA. A couple of good starts. Well, I mean, he had a 6-inning, 2-run game, and then he had a 3-inning, 1-run game. Doesn't mean they pulled him out because he was doing poorly. I don't know, to be honest with you. I should probably look that up. He did win his last game and won 3 of his last 5 games. He's beaten the Cardinals and the Twins. The Royals have won 4 of their last 5 games. They did win 2 in a row up until the time they lost today. Rays are pitching Seymour, 4.98 ERA. Same thing. I don't know why these guys have 3-inning starts, but he had a 3-inning, 2-run start and a 5-inning, 3-run start. Lost his last start, but they did win the 2 prior. He beat the Angels and the Red Sox. Up until today, Rays had lost 2 in a row. They won. They did win today. But you know what? We're jumping back on the KC bandwagon. They got the better pitcher tomorrow. They know they can win. They know they can beat Tampa Bay. So nice underdog pick for us to go Kansas City. Mariners at Pittsburgh. Mariners pitching Miller tomorrow. A great 1.58 ERA. His last 2 starts, 5 innings, 1 run, 8 innings, 2 runs. Those are great starts there. They did lose his last start, but they won the 4 prior. He beat the Nationals. He beat the Tigers. He beat the Diamondbacks. Pretty decent teams there. The Mariners have won 3 in a row. I'm sorry, 3 of the last 5 games, and they won 2 in a row up until today when the Pirates put a beating on them, 11-1. Pirates pitching Chandler tomorrow, 4.62 ERA. He actually has a couple of good starts, 6 innings, 2 runs, 5 innings, 2 runs. They lost his last start and 3 of his last 5 starts. Probably a bullpen thing would be my guess if he only gave up 2 runs and they lost all those starts. They've only won 2 of the last 5 games, but one of them was today. Obviously, they were on a losing streak. One today, but tomorrow, like I told you, different day tomorrow. We're going to go Seattle to kind of right the ship and get back on the winning track. They got a better pitcher going on there. He's actually been great he's given up 5 runs over his last 5 games. So over the last 5 games, it's like a one earned run, so 1 earned run per game. So that's pretty good. We're going to go ahead and go Mariners to win tomorrow. A's and the Giants. A's, they're playing right now, just getting started. A's are pitching Springs tomorrow, 5.55 ERA. Yeah, his last 2 starts were struggles. 3 innings, 6 runs, 4 innings, 8 runs. But he did win his last start. Lost the 2 prior to Colorado and Milwaukee. They've lost 3 in a row. Giants pitching Rupp, 4.15 ERA. Yeah, not a bad start. Last one, 6 innings, 2 runs. The other one's 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs. I don't know. But they did lose all 5 of his starts. That's bad. He lost to Miami, the Cubs, the Brewers, and the Diamondbacks during that 5-game stretch. But they have won 1 in a row. Possible they could win today. We are going to stick with San Fran tomorrow to win. I don't even know where they're at right now. See, I'm not going just on winning streaks. They got the better pitcher going on, so slightly. No, actually, a lot better. Astros in Detroit. So Detroit's been pretty hot. They've been doing pretty good. Not to go on streaks, but Astros pitching Ima tomorrow. 6.15 ERA. They did win his last 3 starts. His last start was 6 innings, 3 runs. Then he had a 1 inning, 5-run game. That's not good. They lost to, they beat Cleveland, they beat Kansas City, and they beat the A's. They've won 3 of their last 5 games. They did win today, I think. So they've won 1 in a row. They've kind of gone back and forth with Toronto. The Tigers pitching Melton, 2.56 ERA. That's a way better ERA. Has his last 2 games, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 innings, 4 runs. Not bad. Won his last 3 starts. He beat the White Sox, the Twins, and the Rays. Yeah, everybody's beating up on the Rays. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They did lose their last game. But he's only given up 9 runs in his last 5 games for just under 2 runs per game. So, we're going to stick with the Tigers tomorrow. They're a slight favorite there, so it still pays off a little bit. I didn't see what San Francisco, 136. So not too bad there. Phillies and the Nationals. Phillies are pitching Sanchez, 1.80 ERA. Great ERA. His last 2 starts, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 innings, 4 runs. Let's see. Won his last game and won 4 of his last 5 games. During that stretch, he beat the Mets, the Blue Jays, and the Padres. They've won 3 of their last 5 games. They did win today, so they're back to winning 1 in a row. Remember, we said no streaks, but they did win 1 in a row. Nationals pitching Cavalli tomorrow, 4.07 ERA. He's given up 12 runs in his last 5 games, but they did win his last 2 starts against Tampa Bay and Seattle. They've lost 1 in a row. We are going to go Phillies because Phillies are just becoming one of the top teams in the National League. Maybe not becoming this season. We know in the past they've made the playoffs. They've done well. They're starting to just make their way up the charts on the National League and becoming a powerhouse for this season. So, hey, guess what? Look at that, Cubs and the Mets. Are the Cubs tired of scoring runs? They scored 20 runs today in 2 games against the Mets. Cubs are pitching Boyd tomorrow, 6.0 ERA, won his last start and 3 of his last 4 starts. He beat Arizona, Philly, and the Angels during that time. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. 2 of them were today, and they're on a 2-game winning streak because guess what? They won 2 today. Mets are pitching Peralta, 4.83 ERA. Wow, his last start, 2 innings, 10 hits, 10 runs. That's not good. They've lost his last start and 2 of his last 3 starts. He's lost to Philly and to St. Louis. They've only won 1 of their last 5 games, and they've lost 4 in a row. 2 of them were to the Cubs. Let's see. Here's the other thing. Peralta's given up 22 runs in his last 5 games for a 4.4 average there. Yeah, the stronger team as of right now. I don't know. The Mets, he's got a better ERA. So the Mets are picked, but slight, very, very slight favorites. We're going to go Cubs tomorrow. It's probably pretty even, actually. This is one of those pick-em games where Vegas is like, yeah, we don't know. Yeah, we do know. It's going to be the Cubs. Yankees and the Red Sox. And hang in there. I will go through the over-unders as well. So Yankees and the Red Sox. Yankees pitching Schlittler, who's actually one of the top guys in the American League. Probably on pace, or at least as of right now, to possibly win the Cy Young. 1.71 ERA. His last 2 starts, 6 innings, no runs, 7 innings, 1 run. He's given up 7 runs in his last 5 games. Won his last 3 games. He beat the Reds, beat the Blue Jays, and the Red Sox. The Yankees have won 1 in a row. The Red Sox are pitching early. 3.64 ERA. Not too bad. 6 innings, 1 run was his last start. But the one before that was 4 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs. Giving up 13 runs in his last 5 games. Won his last game, but they did lose to Texas. They lost to Tampa Bay, and they lost to Baltimore in his previous 3 starts. They have lost 1 in a row. Yankees are the favorite tomorrow. We are going Yankees tomorrow as well. Last game, Diamondbacks and the Cardinals. Diamondbacks are pitching Gallen, 6.10 ERA. His last 2 starts, 4 innings, 12 hits, 9 runs. 6 innings, 3 runs. Giving up 25 runs in his last 5 games. 5 run per game average for him. They lost his last start and 4 of his last 5 starts, where he lost to Minnesota and Miami during that time. They did win, or they're winning today, actually. They might have won yesterday. They did win yesterday. They're winning today. We'll see if that stays like that. Cardinals are pitching McGreevy, 3.35 ERA. His last 2 starts, not bad. 5 innings, 5 runs. 6 innings, 2 runs. Not bad. Only giving up 16 runs in his last 5 games. So about 2 runs less than Gallen's given up. Lost his last 2 starts and 4 of his last 5. They lost yesterday. They're losing today. So it's a tough one. I hope I didn't go. I did go Cardinals. Well, yeah, he gives up way less runs. Yeah. This is going to be a tough game. And I'll tell you why. Because I picked the over on that one because we got 2 pitchers who've given up, 3 and 5 runs per game over their last 5 games. The over-under is 9, and I think they've hit 9 in their last couple of games. So we are going the over on St. Louis. So look for the over. Sorry. Yankees, Red Sox, 7.5 with Schlittler on the mound, 1.71 ERA, and Early, 3.64. Yeah, it could be a tough game, a close game. Yankees have played some of those close games, so we're going to go under the 7.5 in the Yankees game. Cubs and the Mets. I already told you, Cubs scored 10 runs. They scored 10 in the first game today, 13 total because the Mets scored 3. 10 in the second game, 15 total. So, yeah, what do you got to do? We got to go over tomorrow. So, and they are pitching. Their pitchers have given up 3 and 4 runs per game over their last 5 games. So, yeah, we're taking the over 8.5 tomorrow. They've been going over that recently, so let's stick with that. Phillies and the Nationals. Sanchez is 1.8 ERA, which is really good. But their last 2 or 3 games, they've gone way over the 8, or at least hit 8 runs. So we're going to stick with over on the Phillies as well, just because the Phillies' bats are hot and they are scoring runs as well. Houston and the Tigers, even though the Astros have pitcher has a 6.15 ERA, the Tigers and the Astros have not been scoring tons of runs. So we're going to go the under 8.5 on that one there. Because over their last 5 games, Ima has given up 2.5 runs per game. The Melton has given up just under 2. So maybe their bullpens come in and give up 10, total. But I think if it goes the way it's supposed to, we go the under, the 8.5 runs. A's and the Giants. Let's see. We're going to go over just because Springs for the A's has been giving up close to 5 runs per game in his last 5. Roop for the Giants has been giving up 3.5 runs per game. The over-under is only 8.5, so we're going to go ahead with the over on that one. Mariners and Pirates. Mariners, Miller 1.58 ERA. He's actually been giving up just 1 run over his last 5, each of his last 5 games. The Pirates pitcher Chandler has been giving up just under 3 runs. So we'll go under the 8.5 for the Seattle-Pittsburgh game. Royals and Rays. Those pitchers. I think the pitchers, the starting pitchers are good. They're only giving up a couple runs per game over their last 5. So let's say it's 4. Let's say it's 2-2. But the bullpens have been giving up runs in these games, and these guys have been scoring a ton of runs in their past 5 games. So 8.5. we're going to go over and see how that goes for us there. And then with the Rangers and the Blue Jays, I got to go over on that one too, just because the Rangers bullpen has not been stopping people, and the Blue Jays have been giving up a ton of runs to the Astros. Hopefully that continues with the with the Rangers, and we go over the 7.5 runs there. So those are your picks for tomorrow. Hopefully you find a game that you like. Hopefully your team wins, unless they're Toronto. We don't want that to happen. Got some great soccer going on tomorrow, so take a look at those games as well. And if you're watching, please like the video, and if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm looking at I like the Phillies for sure tomorrow. I like the Cubs tomorrow. I like the Giants tomorrow. I slightly like the Cardinals tomorrow too. So I think I'm going to get away from betting on the Rangers because they're driving me insane. But those are some of the picks for tomorrow. Hope you have a great day tomorrow. Finish off your week strong. And if you do decide to bet on baseball, I hope you win a ton of money. Have a good one.